Hello guys, it is about 1 o'clock on Saturday, so hello to everyone. I actually came on a little bit earlier today and was starting my live video, but I had to get off because I have people here working on my house. So I have the opportunity to come back, and I'm just gonna restart the whole video because I think there was maybe like 4 people who had jumped on last time, and I had maybe gotten into like 2 minutes of the video. So I just wanted to jump in real quick and talk to, basically my question was, do you have trouble committing? And I don't really mean like in relationships. I mean like, do you start like a health and fitness regimen, or you feel like, okay, I'm going to eat better, or I'm going to start exercising, and then find yourself quitting? So that happens to a lot of people. It happens to me sometimes. I have the best intentions on starting like a new program, and then a week into it, I'm like, I don't want to do this. So, I mean, it happens to the best of us. So sometimes when we set our minds on starting something new, we have like a tunnel vision. We're like, okay, this is our goal. Like, we're going to exercise every day. We're going to stop eating junk food. We're going to stop eating sugar. We're going to stop eating concentrated sweets, stop going out to eat, stop drinking the alcohol. And we kind of do it like all or nothing. And sometimes people really can't hang with that mentality, Personally, I have to like ease into things. Some people, that's how they operate. Like, for instance, my husband, that's how he is. He's all or nothing. He's either eating like 100% strict and exercising 100% strict, or he's like off the radar, doing everything that he's not supposed to do. So typically when we start a program or start something to improve our health or anything, whether it be, going to school, starting a new school program, a new workout program, eating healthy, anything, any change in your life, we tend to think about like the good. We don't tend to think about the struggles. We don't tend to think about the things that are going to get hard during the process. We just think, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to lose 10 pounds and it's going to be easy because I have a plan. So what happens is life gets in the way because life is life, right? So I think sometimes if you prepare yourself for that, you can understand that, times are going to get tough. You're going to have a whole, routine set up, but sometimes things are going to happen. People are going to get sick, job priorities, family priorities. You're going to get sick. You're going to feel like crap some days, whatever it may be. If you're a mother, if you're a parent, or you're a sister, you're a brother, anything, things can throw something into the plan and just totally knock you off your game. So some of the things that I recommend, I just made notes, so I'm kind of referring to them because I tend to ramble sometimes. So some of the reasons I like to tell people before they start a program to try to help them commit is, what are the reasons that you're actually doing this? Are you doing this because you want to look beautiful for the guy next door, or because is it superficial, or is it something like deep down? Are you doing it for other people, or are you doing it for yourself? I don't know if that sounds familiar to anybody. Like, have you sat down like deep down and said, what, I personally feel like I need to make some changes in my life for me. I'm not really happy where I'm at in my life, whether it be in my personal life, my emotional life, my physical life, my financial life, whatever it may be. Is it for you? Not because you want the nice car to show other people, not because you want the prestige of a great job, making all this money, not because you want to look beautiful for other people, but because maybe you in yourself are just not happy with something. And personally, I think that's like kind of the key thing. You need to be doing it for yourself and not for other people. Because what I see happening a lot is people who do things for, for other reasons and not for themselves don't tend to stick to a plan because it's not from a deeper purpose. So I find that to be the number one thing that I tell people to explore and look at. Why am I doing this exactly? Because when times get tough, you need to go back to your why. I started this because of the reason. I started this because I'm sick of feeling like crap every day. I started this because I'm sick of crying because I'm depressed. I'm sick of not being able to fit into my clothes. I'm sick of not being able to pay my bills. I'm sick of being in a relationship that's at a dead end. Whatever the reason may be, you need to figure it out. And it needs to be your reason why, not somebody else's reason. And I guarantee you, if you start anything new in your life, whether it be, like I said, education, eating better, exercising, you're not going to stick with it if there's not a deep, deep reason why. And when things get tough, you need to re-explore your why. Just from experience and the people that I work with, I find that, it's all gung-ho and everything's great until something throws a wrench into the plan. The other piece of that is you need to understand what your problems are. Like, so say you always have every intention on working out, and you always have every intention on sticking to a workout plan, and you always have every intention on, eating healthy, but then, my family wants to go out to eat, or nobody else in my family will support me, or I hate meal planning, I hate meal prepping, or I just really don't like exercise, or I really just don't have the time. I mean, it's, a lot of us say we don't have the time, but we really do. We just have to find the time, because we do a lot of things that we say that we don't have the time for, but that we do it anyways. And it's not like, oh, I can't do it. It's more like, I'd rather not do it. So you need to find out what your strong points are and what your bad points are. And so I feel like if people can determine what their difficulties are going to be, and like be aware of that and write it down and like throw it out to the universe. I find like if people are holding you accountable, throw it out there and be like, if I start slacking, or if you see that I'm not at the gym, or if you see that I'm starting to eat poorly again, if you see that I'm drinking my daily soda intake or whatever, call me out on it, because I'm actually going to appreciate it. And the third thing is set up a date. I find like if you feel like you want to make a huge change in your life, have a set date in your mind. Don't be like, okay, I'm going to start like maybe tomorrow, and you have like a wedding next week. Because you know what? If you were trying to eat healthy and start exercising and you're going to a wedding, you're not going to not eat the wedding food. You know what I mean? If you have a plan, like summertime's hard because like everyone's schedules are kind of messed up. The kids are not in school. It's hard to meal plan, meal prep. So, I mean, you need to find out what works best for you. And again, throwing it out to the universe, like I'm going to start on September 1st. With my exercise regimen. I'm going to work out. I'm committing to working out 3 days a week, and I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to cut out the sugar in my diet, and I'm going to cut out the soda. These are just examples. Set a date that you can live with, and something that you're not going to set yourself up for failure. Again, if you're going on vacation September 10th, you're not going to put your plan to start on that day, because basically you're just setting yourself up for failure. And why would you do that? You already know how it feels to quit, or you already know how it feels to just like stop a program, and you already know like it feels like crap when you do that, and you want to set yourself up for success. So just don't do that. And then also schedule, like make it a schedule. Like so if you want to, for instance, if you're trying to apply to like grad school, if you're trying to apply for another job, if you are trying to lose 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds, whatever. You're trying to eat healthier just because you maybe have high blood pressure. You might have diabetes. You might have other illnesses, even just for your mental health. Sit down every day, like dedicate like 30 minutes every morning when you actually like think about, write it down. This is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to do it, and actually implement it. So whether it be working on your resume, working on your transcript, working on your essay to get into grad school, working on your diet plan for the week, figuring out what exercises you like or don't like, set aside a specific time every single day and work on that. It's like a date. It's like a job. Like you wouldn't not go to an appointment or a doctor's appointment or a job interview because you just didn't feel like it, right? So you would commit to it because it's just something if you really truly want to do it, that's something you should set aside. Make it a priority. That's key. And then also, stop trying to be perfect. None of us are perfect. We're all human, right? So we all make mistakes. We all learn from our mistakes, hopefully. Stop trying to be perfect. Progress is progress. Maybe you slipped up and you had some chips and you're like, oh my God, I was trying to eat healthy. I went all week, and then on the weekend came and I ate some chips. So now it's just done. I might as well just give up. Don't give up. Progress is progress. You still went that whole week eating healthy and sticking to your plan. Just because you ate a stupid bag of chips does not mean that you failed or you ruined your plan. Just bounce back. Start fresh the next day. That's the great thing. None of us are perfect. We live in a life, in a world where we have lots of choices that we can make. And so what? Maybe you messed up. Doesn't matter. We all mess up. So don't be so hard on yourself, That's just key. Don't be like, oh my God, here I go again, I failed. And then, baby steps. Like I said, it doesn't have to be like everything all at once. Most people do better with baby steps. A lot of other people are all or nothing, like my husband. And then I was going to say, when you feel like all of a sudden you're just losing motivation, winter comes around and you're like, oh my God, I do not want to go to the gym. Oh my God, I do not want to drive in the snow. I like want to be in my nice warm, boots and my comforter, and I want to be in my bed, or whatever it may be. That's when you need to dig down and go back to your why. Like, why did I start this in the beginning? Why have I started this process of whatever it may be to change things in my life? You need to figure out what motivates you. Why am I losing energy? What's different in my life right now? Why am I not focused on bettering myself? So dig deep and go back to that why. A lot of times I put things on my fridge or like on my mirror in my bathroom, because when you're brushing your teeth, you can see little notes and you're like, okay, just write, I will commit. I am awesome. I will commit to my workout program. I am capable. I am worthy. Like, write those things down. And like, if you see them every single day, it's going to make you be like, okay, I got this. Things are hard. I'm lacking motivation, but you know what? I'm going to continue on. It might suck, but I'm going to feel so much better in the end. And then, like, remember, like, if you commit to a 30-day program, or commit to 30 days of eating healthy, or you commit to getting in, applying to grad school, you commit to changing jobs, just think how that's going to feel when you actually get your dream job. Just think how that's going to feel when you actually lose those 10 pounds. Just think how that's going to feel when you go on vacation and you put on that pair of shorts or your bathing suit. Just think how you're going to feel when, you can do 10 push-ups when you used to be able to do 1. Just think about those things. Like, when you actually succeed in things that you thought were impossible, it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling. And I think everybody should experience that, And if you, are having difficulty with that, then, find somebody to hold you accountable. Find somebody who has passion like you and wants to help you. There's plenty of people out there. So, and if it's not in your family, friends, mentors, reach out to somebody. And we've all been there. So if we all say we're perfect and we never started there, we never struggled, that's a lie. So just letting you know, it's a lie. And then be aware of yourself and your own patterns. Like, if you know that, okay, historically, the first week I do great, and then the second week I do shitty, like, I'm just giving up, then know that about yourself. And, like, have a plan in place. Have a plan. Like, don't have junk food in your house. Like, don't have, like, Netflix prescriptions or whatever. Like, if you're, like, a procrastinator and you're not doing the job applications, you're not doing the resumes to get into grad school, you're not out there exercising, then don't have, like, temptations. It doesn't always have to be regarding diet or exercise. It can be like anything in your life. If you keep procrastinating on things that are going to make your life better, then, find ways to make it harder for you to procrastinate. You know what I mean? Find ways to make it harder for you to do the things that you shouldn't be doing, And then, so bottom line, just, you really have to, like, go back to yourself and do a lot of self-searching. If you really, truly want to make a change, you can. You just have to focus on why you want to make that change, and then have a plan in place. And then when you stray off, have a plan in place, So, and then my last tip is get support. So many of you know that, like, I coach people all the time, men, women, whatever. And it's not just in, like, exercise and diet. Like, I coach people all the time in, like, life. For some reason, I'm a great listener. I always have been, and people love to tell me stuff, and I'm fine with that. Like, I've always been a great listener, and I tend to be an honest person, and I kind of tell people the way it is, and I appreciate that in a person as well. So I try to live my life that way. But get support. If you're truly, truly struggling, get support. You can reach out to me. You can reach out to family or somebody that you've reached out to in the past, somebody that you feel like would be a great mentor, somebody who's been through the same things you have. I have reached out to people. I reached out to my current coach. She's a physician in the emergency room, and she struggled. She didn't get the greatest test scores, and she didn't have, like, a lavish upbringing. She worked her butt off, and she ended up going to medical school, and then consuming like $300,000 of debt in the meantime. She paid it all off. And that is like somebody like I want to know more about. Like, mentor me, tell me, how do you stay positive? How do you do that? How do you keep fighting every day? Like, so that's somebody that, like, I asked to mentor me, because I truly understand, like, where not medical school, but nursing school, all that. Like, I can appreciate where she's come from, and I feel like somebody like that I can look up to and I can take advice from. I've also reached out to other nurse practitioners over the years, or nurses even, who have been through some of the experiences that I've been through, and I like to pay that forward as well. I I always talk to people who want to go into nursing school or new nurses, and I feel like I'm a great mentor. Personality wise, we might not always see eye to eye, and that's fine. Like, you're not always going to like everybody, and everyone's not always going to like you. But I mean, as far as like treating people, with respect and just being a mentor and understanding that we all start somewhere, I love mentoring people. I've always been a great teacher, and I love to just be a role model in general. So let's see. So get support. Surround yourself with people who motivate you and support you. If your family isn't motivating you, supporting you, then just like, you know what? Try to like tunnel vision, block them out. If you are focused, maybe eventually too, if your family is seeing you bettering yourself and you're getting healthy and you're no longer taking medication for your high blood pressure, no longer have diabetes because you controlled your diet, then maybe they'll go, I might want to try that, So bottom line is, change is hard. Change is so hard, but change is necessary for growth. I truly, truly believe that. It's great to be comfortable every single day and just go with the flow, and you know what to expect. Stepping out of your comfort zone is really, really hard, and change means stepping outside of your comfort zone. So I just wanted to throw that out there today. That's my little motivational speech. And I'm sorry if anyone had logged on earlier and I ended up just not even posting that video because it was like 4 minutes long. All right, guys, so I hope everyone has a wonderful Saturday. I'm dying in the humidity right now. I'm like all shiny. I have people working on my house, so I'm like hiding out in my bedroom. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, happy weekend. Bye.